Hello! I'm finally getting around to wrapping up what went down at Naka Kon. I posted a bunch of videos and I tried to capture everything, but it's impossible. I mean, you can't be everywhere at once. So basically I took shots of what was important to me. I took a bunch of pictures as well. Trying to get that all sorted right now. Yeah, so I realized it was a few days ago because I had to get like at least 2 showers in because, wow. I mean, I came home and showered every night, but somehow that's not even enough. Like, you have to constantly shower when you're in that environment. Especially after the rave, and that was fun. I attended the Friday night rave, which was mostly disappointing to me. Because I feel if you're going to be up there mixing, you'd probably do something better than autopilot the whole time. But DJ eventually got better, dancing got cooler, and that glow stick I bought, not so much. It glows well. It glows really well. I figured it would show up nicely in the dark environment, but all the strobe lights kind of drown out the emanating light that I had stored. And I had stored it pretty well. Like, it was in the sun all day. Probably not all day, just like several hours, and then a few hours like sitting on my pack at the con. So it had been in ambient light all day. But yeah, it needs a fresh charge in order to stand out on commercial light sticks. But it stays lit all night practically. The trade table is awesome. I already posted a video on that. I got some stuff that's actually pretty cool. Might toss some of it out as gifts or whatever. I can pronounce Japanese. I just can't pronounce his name because I don't remember how it's spelled. But that panel was fun. I only got to the signing once, and luckily I got like the most important things signed, like the stuff that wasn't for me. Because, wow. I mean, I got there like 30 to 15 minutes early on the next day, and totally the line was just closed. It was just closed. They were like, I'm sorry, we can't even guarantee that everyone in this line is going to get signed. And I was like, wow. And speaking of lines, dude, it's just like a 3 to 5 hour wait on Friday just to get my badge. And I pre-ordered. And everyone who didn't pre-order, they were just paying the full price at the door, they could practically just walk right in. Like less than an hour to an hour tops. It's almost like they were the VIPs. Practically. Yeah, so it was majorly fun. It wasn't as good as the years I remember because of the line experience, but I went to the feedback and they explained that they had like over 6,387, I think it was, that just bought badge and didn't count for vendors or anything. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot. But they still had like one person dishing out badges. Should expand it a little bit, just a little. Because you're getting to be a really popular convention, Naka. Just saying. I mean, a lot of the events didn't really appeal to me. Like, I mean, in last few years, like, I wanted to go to every panel, just all of them. And I couldn't. And it just made me sad. This year, it was like, it's kind of vanilla. I don't feel like going to that. So I ended up volunteering a lot, and they're just like super nice about volunteering. You just walk up and say, "Hey, pick your times," and it's like, "Oh, cool. You got anything going through here? Because I don't like any of these panels." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." And so I volunteered for like 4 hours. And they gave me a quarter of my badge cost, and I ended up spending that almost immediately in the vendor's hall because there was just so much stuff. Like, I can't even explain to you how much stuff it was. I wanted it all. I really do. So, but I can't have it all. Just like you can't hug every cat. And it's heartbreaking, but I got through it. The game room seemed smaller, but maybe that's just because they were sharing the game room with the autograph sessions. Because they had like one of those big exhibit halls, and one side was all games, the other side was all autographs, and the professional photographers. I'm having trouble talking because I haven't vlogged in quite a bit. And they had like refreshments in the back, which was pretty good. I mean, I was saving money and packing my lunches, and they got old really fast because I gotta eat constantly to keep my energy up. Gotta drink constantly, lots of water, and I was like, yeah. So I ended up buying a pizza with a Pepsi, and that was cool. It wasn't that bad. It was like ended up being $2.50 for a pizza, and I think I don't remember how much the Pepsi. It was like $5 total, $4.75 total, and that is not that bad, I guess. I mean, it's more than I'd actually pay if I weren't desperate. But they had special menus at the venue for like Japanese dishes, which was cool, but I couldn't afford any of that. And it's like I saw everyone eating that stuff, and I was like, "Oh, you guys are so lucky." But I don't know. I'm on a budget because I don't have a job yet, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I just had a successful interview last week at Lowe's, and hopefully I get that job because it's pretty much the exact same environment as my last job, so I can jump right in and just get in the groove. And they'll like that. And it doesn't look like it's all that stressful because people aren't freaking out where the peanut butter is, if you know what I mean. Oh god, grocery is something rough for another day. I don't know if I've gotten into that, but anyway. But yeah, I mean, I made friends, had my 3DS around. It was just so much fun. I mean, I even traded candy. I mean, I gave most of it out. I don't really care if I get anything back. I just love giving things to people. But I got this nifty one from someone who just ran up to me and was like, "Oh, can we trade?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" I gave her like this black single with like stars and danglies and stuff. It was really cool. I'll probably make it again. But she really liked that one. I really like this one because, I mean, I've never seen these beads before. I want to buy these beads. And then I was like flipping out because they glow in the dark. I was like, whoa! I don't know. I really like things that glow in the dark. Hence that glow stick over there. But yeah, and it was really fun. I made friends. I made friends this year. I haven't made friends at a convention in previous years. And I think that's because I went with friends. I mean, I was freaking out, like, totally tripping balls about going solo. Because, what am I going to do? There's no one holding my hand, keeping me focused, and, like, not freaking out in a corner because there's so many people. But I actually did fairly well. I mean, most of it was volunteered. Like, I sat down and checked people's badges to make sure that, you know, they paid to enter these events, and it was, yeah, that was easier. I mean, I had one of those good spots that was like right in the autographs and game room, and they had to cross that area to get the vendors hall. So I just had my camera ready, and I was just like, pew, pew. So most of my pictures are from the camp position, and that was good. Nice and lazy. My feet, legs, and muscles all hurt from dancing. Still, days later. I mean, I probably danced the equivalent of running 18 miles, which I can't run 18 miles. Not yet, anyway. But I can spar and circuit train for the equivalent of that, and it's just a total other mindset. But anyway, lots of dancing, and it was fun. Got to meet a really famous composer for the Final Fantasy series. I got to give a bracelet to a hilarious comic artist that I look up to, and she was wearing it for the rest of the con. And that was amazing. I got to buy things, and funny enough, I traded beads for something at the trade table, so there was actually a table that accepted wampum, and I find that hilarious. I got to make friends, and that's probably the coolest part. Oh, speaking of friends, so you walk around with your 3DS like turned on, and you just gradually meet people on it. And it's just like you gotta check it every like 5 seconds just to like greet everybody, because there's so many people and they all have a 3DS. Voice actor Kyle Hebert has a 3DS. I was like, wait, that's familiar. It was like, oh, like I didn't even know that guy was a gamer. So that was cool. I flipped out. I actually met the me of one of my friends, and that was cool. I still have to sort all of those. I'll probably see if I can make a video just showing all the people I met on the 3DS. I don't know, because that'll take a while. And it's probably going to look retarded. But whatevs. Anyway, I don't know if I'm leaving anything out, but that's just all of my feels about the convention. Just really good. Had some hiccups, made a lot of friends, and mostly uninteresting. I think a lot of their money went into getting like actually very important people this time, and the panels and things like that suffered just a tad. But meeting someone as like awesome as Nobu Uematsu. Yes, I got it! Meeting someone as awesome as Nobu Uematsu was just so amazing. And I got to have him say hello to one of my sickly friends who couldn't make it, because that guy is like her hero. One of them. And it was amazing. I had an amazing time. I hope everyone running it had an amazing time. I kind of want to volunteer to do staff next year. I mean, that's how awesome Naka Kon is. I don't know. I have no experience doing that. No idea how to do that. I mean, I have friends that run staff for other conventions, but I don't know. Don't know if I have what it takes. Anyway, so, yeah. Peace out.